away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. On the ground, it's Turner. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Turner. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Got his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Stadium. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Before the game, the Panthers head coach was able to tell me this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Razorbacks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Turner. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They go right back to him. Running into the open space. Makes a man miss. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it. Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's right. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains, and they have a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Turner. Powers through the defender. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Hicks. Open space at the 25. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Turner. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Pitt pushing the pace. give to the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Smith. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, in the last 2 plays, they've given this guy the ball, and he's done a really nice job, shown really nice vision. He's gotten what's available to him. He hasn't broken off the 60-yarder quite yet, but he is doing a nice job of putting this offense now in a very manageable 3rd down situation.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Hard running there. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. But, and he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Running inside, it's Smith. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Using his legs, it's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Panthers will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a 4th down from the 42.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Pitt will have to boot this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he'd hope to pin him deep instead. A touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Howley got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. About to start the second period here. Holly, what have you got on the weather?
Well, guys, as I mentioned early in that first quarter, there was some rain. But the bad news, it is getting very heavy right now. Players are starting to rush and grab their jackets, trying to get towels to dry off the ball. Things are starting to get a little bit crazy down here on the sideline as the rain is really coming down. Back to you guys.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Jackson going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Pulls it on the option, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
It'll be 3rd and long. We'll send the tight end in motion. Knocked him out of field goal range. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Yates. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. It's 2nd and long. Here's a little room there. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Pitt.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Jackson will throw. fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Motion from the wideout. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Turner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab down the left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Panthers want to crank the tempo.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Looks as if he's going to run it. He steps and powers it, works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Smith. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Looking to scramble. Fires to the middle. Smith with the grab over the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hunt. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Pitt calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Number 91 set to take this one away.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Smith. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He'll try it again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Razorbacks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Jackson gonna throw it. Going over the top. He's got it down the field. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And that's the final timeout for Pitt. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime, a chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. So the offense inches it a little closer with the help of the half the distance to the goal penalty. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Find some fresh air. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll go right back to it. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Louisville, taking on the number 19 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Cardinals coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Quarterback making checks. Jackson will throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. grab behind the line. It's Yates. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man, tried to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He's got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Panthers want to move quickly. Breaks into the open. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Arkansas, 14.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Gets the back moving. Jackson gonna throw it. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Finds his man, it's Hicks. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Panthers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, oh man, I don't know how you leave that guy open for the touchdown. Like some kind of miscommunication on the defense. He has had a big day. He's a go-to guy. Palmer, I don't know what you saw with your quarterback eyes, but it looked like a bust by the defense.
Yeah, and that's inexcusable by this defense because this guy's already burned you in this game. He's lighting you up. If there's anybody that you got to be aware of, if there's one player that you have to know where he's lined up every single play, it's him. So for the defense to allow him to be that wide open on that play at this point of the game, no bueno on D.
The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. They give it to him again. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28th.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to have to strike this ball well in the face of this howling wind. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. On the run, it's right. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down.
Maybe some room here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. That they keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on 3rd down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Trying to run, it's Turner. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. Just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing. And because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the move. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Here we go.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. On the run, it's Turner. At midfield, he's got room. Found a seam on the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Jackson gonna throw it. Oh, he's gonna try to hit him deep. Snags it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Platt. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves, and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Oh, they're after him, and it's a sack.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Moving out to the right. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunt. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Pitt right back to the line.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their 1st sack.
Catch in the middle, it's Yates. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes a catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football, but now you step out here,
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Go.
Got it in the middle, it's Lockwood. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, as a coach, you have to love the progression your quarterback has made after that nightmare of a performance a week ago, throwing 3 picks. He was able to put it behind him. He looks like a totally different player this week.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Rides to the back. Ripping through the defense. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
Well, and a lot of people at home are wondering on this drive with the leader, they're just going to take a knee and just take the win into the locker room. But they're staying aggressive. They're handing it off. Guys are still blocking. He's making people miss. And he scores a touchdown with no time left.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's great to have you with us from Robert W. Plaster Stadium. It's the Army Black Knights and the North Dakota State Bison. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
North Dakota State's head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Black Knights headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Scott. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Pulls it in, it's Myers. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to change this route. Oh, better look out. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Finds a little space. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
To the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Myers. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Takes the handoff. It's Scott. Maybe a crease. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Caught in the backfield. It's Collins.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Fires it incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Running to the left. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here comes the option. The pitch. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The give to the fullback. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on
finding some room, creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a rip.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. There he goes to the right. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
You practice these moments. Defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the option. The option, he'll keep it. Now the pitch. There he goes. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
And that's a couple mistakes already early in this football game, man. 2 fumbles by the QB. You've got to take care of
This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's the Texas State Bobcats and the NC State Wolfpacks. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Run inside. It's Burgess. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Bobcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running inside, it's Burgess. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Stepping to the right. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Right on the money. Turning it on. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks.
Picked off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. Crosses midfield. The 30. He's at the 20. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Texas State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And talking to the defensive coaches coming into this game, man, what do they talk about, guys? They talked about tackling. They've got to be good in space, not allow those little plays to turn into big ones. Early in this football game, they miss the mark. They don't tackle well. That's going to be a big thing to watch throughout this football game.
Going to try to get it himself. On his feet at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle. It's Goff.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. It's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And this offense has finally put a good drive together, a really good opportunity here. Got to be smart with the football. Don't get too aggressive. Got to get points, but a chance to tie this up going into the half. And considering this offense hasn't played great, that would be a big win.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This is a designed run. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He fires one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Now the play fake. Looking for the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Burgess. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson will throw. Swings it out to the flat. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points,
he unleashes a long one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Snow. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas State. A pick 6.
how oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
NC State going up tempo. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Good timing on the quick out. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quarterback moving. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure coming. All bottled up, and now the ball is free. And they scoop it up at the end zone. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario for the offense. The good news is they recovered the fumble. The bad news is it was in their own end for a safety.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. The run inside. It's Scott. There he goes. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And this D needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to this.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He'll sneak it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And the Bobcats racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Coming out with it, it's Scott. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Pulls it in, it's Dozier. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. On his way back from the 20. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Back to the ground with the running back. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. Running inside, it's Burgess. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
I I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they will score! Touchdown! Wolfpack! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. He'll pull it down and run. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Offense getting set for 1st down.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence, for this offense's confidence, and right now if you're on defense, you've got to find an answer for this guy.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Bringing it back. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch, and he's free.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gauze. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. NC State quick to the line. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Lets it go to the end zone. He was open. He had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 3rd. Bringing the heat. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And, man, that puts this thing away. The QB comes up with another play. Plenty of plays to point to throughout this game, but this one right here ends it. Late in the game, they...
Touchdown, North Carolina State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor. And make him forget that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Might be calling a hot route. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Under fire. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to